You've done everything they told you. You cut the salt. You started walking more. You even take your medication like clockwork. But somehow, your blood pressure is still high, still unpredictable, still quietly taking a toll. The truth? Most people are missing the deeper causes, not because they're lazy, but because no one ever showed them where to look. If you've ever felt frustrated, confused, or stuck, this video is for you. Before we go further, take just 5 seconds to do something powerful. Like this video, hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and leave a quick comment with your age and the moment you first discovered your blood pressure was high. You'll not only help others feel less alone, you'll also help this message reach the people who truly need it. Now, let's get to the part most doctors never explain. The problem may not be your arteries. It may be your blood itself. That's right. If your blood is too thick, sticky, or inflamed, it's harder to pump. Your heart strains, pressure rises, and medications may only scratch the surface. What makes your blood harder to move? Chronic dehydration, high blood sugar, low-grade inflammation, nutrient deficiencies, especially magnesium and vitamin C. What you can do today? Drink a tall glass of water within 30 minutes of waking. Add a pinch of unrefined sea salt and a squeeze of lemon. This simple routine supports cellular hydration, mineral balance, and blood fluidity, all essential for stable pressure. Next, your lymphatic system. Most people have never heard the word lymph in a blood pressure conversation. But your lymphatic system is like a second circulatory highway. It doesn't have a heart-like pump. It relies entirely on movement, breath, and muscle contraction. When your lymph becomes sluggish, fluid builds up in the tissues. That increases pressure in surrounding vessels and places additional strain on your cardiovascular system. Daily strategy. Do a few minutes of heel drops every morning. Stand tall, rise onto your toes, then drop your heels flat to the floor. Repeat 20 to 30 times. Even better? Light rebounding on a mini trampoline. Gentle movement, powerful results. This helps flush out excess fluid, supports immune function, and lowers internal pressure without strain. Another hidden contributor? Your breath. Shallow chest breathing keeps your nervous system locked in stress mode. This causes blood vessels to constrict, heart rate to rise, and pressure to climb, often without any symptoms. You don't need to meditate for an hour. Just breathe better. 2-minute fix. Lie down. Place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Breathe slowly through your nose into your belly for 4 seconds. Exhale fully through your mouth for 6 seconds. Do this 10 times before bed. It calms your vagus nerve and your pressure. Now let's talk about magnesium and why it matters. This mineral is essential for over 300 biological processes. It helps relax your blood vessels, regulate your heart rhythm, and support restful sleep. But most people over 60 are deficient, especially if they take blood pressure meds, antacids, or diuretics. Magnesium-rich foods to include pumpkin seeds, cooked spinach, black beans, avocados, 85%. Dark chocolate, in moderation. Supplementation? Talk to your doctor about magnesium glycinate or citrate, both well-absorbed and gentle on the stomach. You may be surprised how quickly you feel calmer and more steady. And finally, your gums. Yes, your gums. Oral inflammation, even without pain, releases inflammatory compounds into your bloodstream. These compounds silently damage your arteries and contribute to increased blood pressure. If you're brushing but not flossing, if you haven't had a cleaning in over 6 months, this might be a hidden trigger. Protect your arteries by protecting your mouth. Brush twice daily with a soft brush. Floss gently every evening. Use natural mouth rinses or warm salt water. Get a dental checkup twice a year, even if nothing hurts. This is not vanity. This is vascular health. If this part gave you new tools, insight, or just hope, leave a comment below and tell us what clicked for you most. Your experience might spark someone else's breakthrough. And don't forget, subscribe now to catch Part 2, where we'll explore overlooked mineral imbalances, stress chemistry, and cellular hydration habits that can change your pressure from the inside out. You're not broken. You're not out of time. You simply haven't had the right plan, until now. In Part 1, we explored the overlooked factors that raise your blood pressure silently. Blood thickness, lymph flow, breathing, magnesium, and oral health. Today, we go deeper. Because for many people over 60, pressure isn't just about physical issues, it's also about cellular imbalance, hormonal patterns, and small habits repeated daily that either heal or harm. This part is about upgrading your internal environment and giving your body the support it's been quietly asking for. Let's start with potassium, the anti-sodium. Most people focus on reducing salt. That's smart. But the more powerful move? Increase potassium. It balances sodium, helps kidneys remove excess fluid, and relaxes artery walls. The problem? Over 90% of people don't get enough potassium, especially those on blood pressure meds that deplete it. Potassium-rich foods to prioritize: cooked sweet potatoes, avocados, white beans, cooked spinach bananas, coconut water, low-sodium varieties. What to do now? Add one potassium-rich food to every meal. It's a simple way to shift your body into balance. No pills required. Next, inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation stiffens your arteries, alters how your blood flows, and increases resistance throughout your circulatory system. It doesn't hurt, but it adds constant pressure, inside and out. Top inflammation drivers after 60. Refined seed oils like soybean, corn, canola. Ultra-processed meats, sausages, cold cuts, fried foods, excess sugar and alcohol. Poor gut health, smart swaps. Use olive oil or avocado oil instead of seed oils. Choose wild fish or legumes over processed meats. Include turmeric, ginger, garlic, and berries in your meals. Reduce sugar to under 25 grams per day. Now let's talk about stress, the invisible amplifier. Stress isn't just an emotion, it's chemistry. When you worry, rush, or feel overwhelmed, your adrenal glands release cortisol and adrenaline. These constrict blood vessels, elevate heart rate, and increase sodium retention. Even small daily stressors, emails, traffic, loneliness, accumulate pressure. Daily nervous system resets. Take 3 slow, intentional breaths before meals. Spend 10 minutes in natural light each morning. Avoid news and screens for the first hour of your day. Try writing down 3 things you're grateful for each evening. No, it's not magic. But over time, these tiny rituals shift your biology. What about insulin resistance? Many people think high blood sugar only affects diabetes. But here's the truth. Insulin resistance is a major cause of high blood pressure. Why? Because insulin affects sodium retention, vessel tension, and nitric oxide production, all crucial for pressure regulation. Signs you might have insulin resistance: cravings for carbs or sweets, fat around your waistline, feeling sleepy after meals, high triglycerides or low HDL, a history of gestational diabetes or PCOS in women. What to do? Limit refined carbs, white bread, pastries, sugary drinks. Focus on fiber-rich carbs like oats, lentils, quinoa. Include protein at every meal. Walk for 10 minutes after eating to improve glucose response. These small shifts can reduce both blood sugar spikes and blood pressure, without any medication. Now, the role of sunlight and vitamin D. Vitamin D deficiency has been strongly linked to higher blood pressure, especially in older adults. Why? Because vitamin D helps regulate the renin-angiotensin system, your body's blood pressure control mechanism. What helps? Get 10 to 20 minutes of midday sunlight on bare skin, arms and legs exposed. In winter months or cloudy climates, ask your doctor about testing and supplementation. Include vitamin D-rich foods, salmon, sardines, egg yolks, mushrooms. You may feel more energized and balanced, and your arteries will thank you. Let's pause here. If you've learned even one thing new, or had a moment of, "I never thought of that," then take 5 seconds to like this video and make sure you're subscribed. We're just getting to the good part, and I don't want you to miss what's next. Quick recap. Potassium balances sodium and softens vessels. Inflammation increases internal resistance. Stress chemistry raises your pressure daily. Insulin resistance tightens arteries from the inside. Vitamin D regulates your entire pressure system. Which one of these are you already working on? And which feels brand new? Let us know in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else to make their first real change. In Part 3, we'll build out the exact rhythm of meals, movement, rest, and hydration. A daily blueprint designed for people over 60 who want lasting results without extremes. Small changes, big results. Let's keep going. If you're over 60 and living with high blood pressure, one of the most important things you can do isn't just taking a pill or avoiding salt. It's building a daily rhythm, a routine that gently trains your body to stabilize itself. A day that doesn't spike your system but supports it, meal by meal, breath by breath. Because pressure isn't just about what happens in your arteries, it's about what happens across your day. Let's build your personal blood pressure rhythm. Simple, realistic, and sustainable. 1. Start with the first hour of your day. How you begin your morning sets the tone for everything that follows. A sudden rush, coffee, phone, stress, instantly raises cortisol and adrenaline. That tension echoes through your vessels for hours. A better approach. Wake up gently, without a loud alarm if possible. Drink a full glass of water before caffeine. Take 5 slow breaths while standing in sunlight. Avoid news or screens for the first 30 minutes. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being intentional. 2. Build meals that balance blood sugar and pressure. A high-carb, low-protein breakfast, like toast and juice, causes a blood sugar spike. That spike leads to a crash. Crashes create fatigue, cravings, and stress, all of which raise blood pressure. Blood pressure-friendly meal rules. Always include a source of protein: eggs, Greek yogurt, nuts, tofu. Add fiber: chia seeds, oats, berries, cooked vegetables. Cook with olive oil instead of butter. Reduce added sugars, even in healthy cereals or granolas. Ideal breakfast: oats with ground flaxseed, cinnamon, a handful of blueberries, and a boiled egg on the side. It stabilizes your morning and your pressure. 3. Move after meals. Sitting after eating slows digestion, spikes blood sugar, and keeps circulation sluggish. Your blood vessels become less responsive over time. Daily movement cues. Walk for 10 minutes after breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Do light stretches or leg raises if you can't go outside. Set a timer every hour to stand, breathe, and move for 2 to 3 minutes. This isn't about burning calories. It's about activating your system. 4. Use light to reset your circadian pressure. Your blood pressure should naturally dip at night, but poor light exposure disrupts your internal clock. It keeps cortisol high, melatonin low, and pressure unstable. How to fix it? Get 10 to 15 minutes of natural sunlight in the morning. Dim lights after sunset. Use warm, indirect lamps. Avoid screens 1 hour before bed, or use blue light filters. Sleep in a dark, cool room with no TV or blinking lights. This daily light routine trains your brain and your vessels to rest on time. 5. Hydrate steadily, not in bursts. Dehydration thickens your blood, increases sodium concentration, and reduces blood volume, all of which elevate pressure. But drinking too much all at once floods your kidneys. Hydration rhythm. 1 glass of water when you wake up, 1 before each meal, 1 mid-afternoon, and 1 before bed, unless you wake up to urinate. Add lemon or cucumber if it helps you enjoy the taste. Steady hydration and steady circulation. 6. Create pressure-reducing moments throughout your day. You don't need an hour of meditation, just brief pauses that downshift your nervous system. Ideas. 5 deep breaths before each meal, writing down one thing you're grateful for, listening to calming music while walking, taking a warm shower in silence before bed. Pressure is cumulative, but so is calm. If this rhythm feels doable, or even inspiring, like this video and share it with someone you care about. Sometimes all they need is a gentle structure to feel in control again. And let's be honest, so do we all. Daily blood pressure rhythm. In summary, calm mornings, balanced, protein-rich meals, walks after food, consistent light exposure, steady hydration, short pauses for recovery. These are the habits of someone who stays strong after 60. Not from luck, not from genetics, but from quiet consistency. Leave a comment and tell us, which of these do you already do? Which one will you try next? And in Part 4, we'll cover how to handle setbacks, medication adjustments, and what to do when your numbers jump unexpectedly, so you never feel helpless again. You're building something powerful. Let's finish strong. Let's be honest, no one's blood pressure journey is perfect. Even when you eat well, move more, and manage stress, there will be moments when your numbers spike, when you feel off, when nothing seems to work. This final part is about what to do when that happens, so you don't panic, you don't give up, and you don't feel powerless. Because the truth is, pressure will fluctuate. What matters is how you respond. 1. Don't obsess over one reading. Blood pressure changes hour to hour. One high number, especially if you're anxious, dehydrated, or just moved, isn't a crisis. What matters? Trends over time. How you feel when you measure, same time, same position, rested. Best practice. Measure at the same time each morning and evening, seated, relaxed, after resting for 5 minutes. Keep a log. Look at patterns, not single numbers. 2. Understand medication fluctuations. If you've recently started or changed a medication, your numbers may bounce for a few weeks. This is normal. Your body is adapting. Tips to stabilize. Take meds at the exact same time each day. Avoid skipping doses, even just once. Don't stop suddenly without talking to your doctor. Track how you feel physically, not just the numbers. If side effects appear, document them and share with your provider. Don't wait until your next appointment. 3. Recognize pressure triggers. Sometimes a spike isn't about disease, it's about a trigger. Common short-term pressure spikes come from poor sleep arguments or emotional stress, alcohol or caffeine, dehydration, pain, or physical discomfort. Large, salty meals. Heat, especially in summer. When your pressure jumps, ask, what happened in the last 12 hours? Often, 1 or 2 small changes are the cause and the solution. 4. Avoid panic cycles. You measure, it's high. You worry. You measure again, it's higher. This is a trap. Anxiety increases pressure. Pressure increases anxiety. You can't think clearly in this loop. Instead, step away from the cuff. Take 10 slow breaths. Drink a glass of water. Distract your mind. A walk, a phone call, light music. Return to measuring the next day at your normal time. This approach protects your nervous system and keeps your progress on track. 5. Know when to seek help and when not to. If your blood pressure is very high, say over 180 over 110, and you have symptoms like chest pain, vision changes, or confusion, seek medical attention immediately. But if it's high without symptoms, stay calm. Call your doctor, adjust your routine, and keep tracking. Pressure is a conversation, not a sentence. 6. Build a plan for bad days. Don't wait for the bad day to make a decision. Have a written response plan. That might include a list of calming activities, breathing, walks, music, your doctor's contact info, a low-sodium meal prep ready in the fridge, a short message to yourself. I've handled this before. I can again. Planning equals power, and power lowers pressure. 7. Reconnect with your why. This journey isn't about hitting a number on a screen. It's about walking without fear, cooking without dizziness, sleeping deeply. It's about showing up for people you love, with strength and clarity. If you ever feel like quitting, ask, who do I want to be 6 months from now? Is today's decision getting me closer to that? You don't need perfection. You need direction. If this video series gave you direction, support, or even just one moment of clarity, take a moment now to subscribe. It helps us keep creating, and it brings more people like you into this space of learning, strength, and hope. To recap, Part 4. Pressure will spike. That's normal. One reading isn't everything. Medication takes time. Stress and daily triggers matter. You have tools for bad days. You always have the ability to course correct. And most importantly, you're not alone in this. Leave a comment below with one thing you're taking away from this series. It might be a strategy, a reminder, or simply, I'm not giving up. That message could be the reason someone else keeps going. You've made it through this full guide. You've shown up for yourself. Now, let's build from here, together. See you in the next video.